What's up, everybody? We back with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about bigs that you should definitely be passing the ball to. Let's jump to it. Alright, so first up on our list, we're gonna be looking at Big O. Now, Big O is a scoring big, specializes in making those close shots. He has an ability that makes it a little bit easier for him to get those layups on in there. But we're not gonna look at that yet. First thing we're gonna look at is his stats. He has a base mid-range shot of 62. I'm pretty sure he gets a bunch from his cells as well. I think I have a big old breakdown video that I uploaded. Y'all can go and watch that. I think he maxes out somewhere between 80 and 90. And close shot, y'all can go watch the video to see what he gets for that too, man. But he is really good at those close shots. He's also an excellent passer. He will give you a whole bunch of accuracy. If you end up not having a point guard on your team, so you won't be getting those crazy accuracy boosts, make sure you pass to Big O. He can definitely fill that role for y'all. Not in the way that a point guard can, man. He will not be the primary ball handler, but he will be doing what point guards do best, which is giving you more accuracy. So let's read the abilities. First one we're looking at is a dunk pass, if it'll load up. So a dunk and pass, trick the defender into blocking and pass the ball to your teammate. So we're just going to look at the accuracy boost, man. So you're going to get 2% extra accuracy, and then at level 3, you're going to get 3% extra accuracy. That's a total of 5% from the dunk pass. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. If he does a dunk pass to you, it is just like getting a bounce pass or a pinpoint pass from a point guard. And then we got the smart double pump. This is his scoring ability. So let's read it. Do a fake to trick the defender and do a layup, but the base accuracy will decrease. You're going to get 5% extra accuracy on this when you max it out. So make sure if you're using Big O, you max this out. This is a really good ability. It helps him get those shots on in there. And next up, we're going to be looking at specialized pass. Now, this ability right here is what makes him more like a point guard. So let's read it. Increase the speed of passing movement and decrease the probability of being intercepted. At level 2, passing speed +1 and decrease probability of being intercepted by 5%, and increase receiver shooting accuracy by 2% during the assisting time. So you're going to be getting 2% extra accuracy from this. And he can also do a pinpoint pass with this if he's far away. So, man, do not feel the need to stand right next to your Big O. Bring your defender over there to him calling for the ball. You are going to get this man ripped. He can pass across the court just like almost every point guard. So last ability, we're looking at rebound pass. He's going to be giving you 2% extra accuracy from this. Now, make sure y'all keep in mind, he has one of the fastest passes inside the entire game because he gets passing speed +1 because of his specialized pass. So make sure y'all keep that in mind, bro. And if you just add the accuracy boost from his specialized pass to these other abilities, so this is going to be 7% total on a dunk pass, 4% total on a rebound pass, and so on and so forth. So make sure y'all passing this man the ball. He is very versatile when it comes down to what he can do. All right, so next up, we're looking at Howie. Howie is a big who specializes in close shot as well as dunks. His the close shots are a little bit better, man, because it is hard to predict exactly what he is going to do when it comes down to that, what's it called, man, the dream shake. It is really unpredictable when you're playing up against a good Howie that understands he has to switch that up every now and then. So first stat we're looking at is close shot at 66. That's a really good close shot stat, and I think I have a breakdown video for Howie as well. So make sure y'all watch that if you want to figure out how much he's going to be getting from his cells. Dunk at 74 at base. That's a pretty good base dunk stat. Once again, man, go ahead and check out that Howie video if you want to see what he gets from his cells, because I do not just have that kind of information inside of my head. He's really good at dunking the ball, especially through the use of Thunder Dunk, as well as, well, Thunder Dunk's really it, man. And he also has Enhanced Dunk to stack on top of that. We're going to talk more about that when we get to the abilities. We're going to jump into that right now. So first ability we're looking at is grab and block. Now, that has nothing to do with his offensive capabilities. So we're just going to go to the dream shake. When doing a post-up, turn around and shoot quickly. You have one chance to do a fake and change the direction. At level 2, you add an extra chance to do another fake. And at level 3, you're going to get 3% extra accuracy and 3% disturbance resistance. So this ability really comes in handy if you know how to switch it up. If you are using Howie and you are not switching this up, you are not playing this man properly. Next ability, looking at Thunder Dunk. So let's read it. Make a powerful dunk that will greatly increase your strength. It's hard to get blocked, but the success rate will greatly decrease. Level 2, make a powerful dunk that will greatly increase your strength. It's hard to get blocked, but the success rate will greatly decrease. And you're going to get the same thing for the next 2 levels. And that is going to be a lot of extra strength, bro. And then you pair that with his enhanced dunk. Decrease the probability of being blocked due to physical contact by 5% when dunking. And level 2, decrease probability of being blocked by 10% when facing a defender with less or equal strength. And same thing at level 3 for a total of 20% extra chance to dunk on someone with less strength than you. Now, you look at Thunder Dunk, at every single level, you are going to be getting extra strength on this dunk. That pairs really well with his enhanced dunk, so make sure y'all keep that in mind, bro. You see a Howie inside the key, ready to knock somebody off their feet with a Thunder Dunk. Make sure y'all pass to him. He is really good at scoring the ball, and a lot of people, when y'all don't have any more options left and you playing a shooting guard, you would much rather just chunk up a normal disturbance 3 than for you to pass it to your big, man. Make sure you pass it to these bigs. It is extremely important if you want to make sure you're winning more games. Got Katiusha stats pulled up. So Katiusha is a slasher small forward who specializes in layups and mid-range. So Katiusha, really good inside the mid-range area, bro. Her base mid-range shot is just 1 point less than Greta. Greta's at 78, and Katiusha also gets a bunch from herself as well. Now, if y'all want to see a Katiusha breakdown video, because I do not have one yet, FJ has uploaded one to his channel, and he actually plays her, so he could probably break her down for you better than I can. But that's a beautiful mid-range shot stat. She also gets a bunch from herself. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. You got a Katiusha on your team. Do not just sit there and look at her waving her arm in the air while she's wide open over there, because bigs tend to leave Katiusha wide open quite often, especially if you don't have another big on the team and she's the only big. She will be wide open at least 70% of the match. Make sure you're looking out for her. A close shot at 76, that's a really good close shot stat, and it pairs really well with her abilities. She has a smart layup, and she also has a double pump, but they just renamed it to a multiple pump, bro. It's basically the exact same thing. So let's look at the abilities. First ability is quick flash shot. This ability right here lets you shoot the ball really fast as soon as you touch it. So let's read it. You can shoot as soon as you receive the ball. At level 2, increase disturbance resistance by 2% and increase the accuracy of wide open shots by 2%. And at level 3, increase disturbance resistance by 3% and shooting speed +1. So that's going to be 5% disturbance resistance and 2% extra wide open accuracy. And on top of that, this is going to be way faster than a regular flash shot because you get an extra 1 to your shooting speed. And next up, we're looking at multiple pump. This is the most important ability inside her entire kit. So let's read it. Do a fake to trick the defender and do a layup, but the base accuracy will decrease. At level 2, increase success rate by 2%, and it can be combined with other skills. At level 3, increase success rate by 3% and increase disturbance resistance by 5%. So if someone's trying to block you because they think you're going for a dunk or a regular layup, and you just so happen to get a slight disturbance, you're going to get 5% more disturbance resistance to cancel some of that out and increase your chances of getting this shot on in there. You're also going to be getting 5% extra accuracy. So you got a Katiusha on your team, you see her inside the key, or you see her inside of a spot where she can do a smart layup from, make sure you pass her the ball, man. Next ability, looking at smart layup. Anyone that has ever seen or used a Kiang, a Katiusha, or Julian, I'm not sure if anyone else has it, man, but don't quote me on that. You know exactly what this does, but we're going to go ahead and read it anyway. Avoid the defender and do a layup from the side. At level 2, increase success rate by 2%, and it can be combined with multiple pump. And at level 3, increase success rate by 3%, and you get 5% more disturbance resistance. Now, if you're doing this smart layup into a multiple pump, you're going to be getting 10% disturbance resistance, bro. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. This Katiusha is really good inside the key, bro. She can do those layups, and she will definitely get them on in there. And last ability, looking at tricky post up too. Now, back then, before Freeman got his level 4, this was the only good tricky post up inside the entire game. So let's read it. You can feint to trick the defender and make a shot. The shooting accuracy will decrease after you do a second feint. At level 2, increase shooting accuracy by 2% and feinting speed by 10, and it can be combined with multiple pump. And at level 3, increase shooting accuracy by 3% and block resistance by 5% and feinting speed by 10. So this is a really handy ability, bro. And once again, this can be combined with multiple pump. So that 5% disturbance resistance you're going to be getting from that, I'm pretty sure it's going to pair with, no, I don't think this has any disturbance resistance. But you will be getting 5%, bro, from your multiple pump if you just so happen to use it with this tricky post up. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. She technically has 3 feints because she can go to the side, not shoot it. Then she can go to the side and make it look like she's about to shoot it. And then she switches it up into a multiple pump. So that is technically 3 feints. So you got a Katiusha on your team. Do not ignore her while she's wide open, bro. She is very good when it comes down to scoring the ball anywhere inside the 3-point line. All right, next up, we got Uncle Kevin. He's one of the more recent scoring bigs that got added to the game. And this man right here is literally my favorite scoring big in the entire game. He is a scoring a scoring power forward who specializes in dunks and mid-range. He is very good inside those areas, bro. His mid-range shot stat is 76 at base. That's just 1 less than Katiusha and 2 less than Greta. 76 is a really good base stat, and he also gets a bunch from his cells to stack on top of that. His dunk is going to be 70 at base, and you guessed it, bro. He is also going to be getting a bunch of that from his cells too. So let's take a look at his abilities. His first ability we're going to be looking at is Smart Dunk. Avoid the front block and dunk from the side. Level 2, increase success rate by 2%. And at level 3, increase block resistance by 2%. This is a really handy ability when you're inside the key. You do a post up, you spin, and then you just decide which direction you're going to do your smart layup in before the end of your post up animation. And then you just hold in that direction, and you hold your shoot button. You will do the dunk in that direction. That is the only way to consistently get Smart Dunk to proc. So make sure y'all keep that in mind if you're using him. But he is really good at dunking the ball, man. Make sure you pass to him if you see him inside the key, waving his hand, especially if that shot clock is ticking down. Do not chunk up that normal disturbance 3, bro. Pass to your Uncle Kevin. He will definitely get that dunk on in there. So next up, we're looking at post up and fadeaway. This ability right here lets him do a fadeaway off of a post up. So let's read it. When doing a post up, you can do a fadeaway jump shot, which is hard to get blocked, but the shooting accuracy would decrease by 10%. At level 2, the decrease of shooting accuracy is reduced to 5%. So instead of losing 10% accuracy, you're only going to lose 5%. At level 3, you're going to get 5% disturbance resistance. And at level 4, you get something similar to Greta's drift mid shot. You get to increase your shooting accuracy according to distance from the basket. So the further away from the basket you are when you do this, the more accuracy you're going to receive. Now I have a hard time getting this to proc when I actually have someone that I'm bagging down, but I can still get it to proc every now and then, bro. So this ability really comes in handy if the person feels like you're going to go inside the key for a dunk and they just bag off of you a little bit too far. You can jump into a post up and fade away. They will not be able to stop you. So post up dribble, this ability really comes in handy, bro, because before this guy right here came out, Pinky was the only person inside the entire game with a smart dunk. And then when you're doing your spin off of a post up, it was way too slow, bro. You could still get the smart dunk on in there with Pinky, even though it was slow, because all you got to do is make sure you're switching it up between left and right side of the rim. But when you can do this with this faster animation, you can hurry up and get to your smart dunk without you getting ripped by somebody that's just jumping inside the key real quick to see if they could rip you. So let's read it. Able to dribble very fast when doing a post up. At level 2, dribble distance plus 20. And at level 3, increase dunk success rate by 5% after the dribble. So you're going to be getting 5% extra success rate to your dunk. That's going to stack with what you have on your smart dunk already for a total of 7% extra success rate. Make sure you're maxing this out if you're using him. And if you have him on your team, make sure you are passing this man the ball. He is literally the best scoring big inside the entire game, if I had to say so myself. All right, we're nearing the end of our list. So second to the last person we're looking at is Pinky. Pinky is a dunker power forward who specializes in dunking the ball, and that is it, bro. All she can do is dunk the ball. Her dunk base stat is 70. That's a pretty good dunk base stat. Now, her close shot and her mid-range shot are really good as well, but if you don't have any abilities to contribute to those, basically making it easier for you to have the opportunity for you to do those shots, then you can't really even count a person as being good at that, right? So her mid-range shot and her close shot are pretty good, but I do not recommend doing those if you are not wide open. So dunk at 70, that's a pretty good base dunk stat, and all of her abilities are dunk related. Literally every single one that's not a staple is dunk related. So first ability we're looking at is enhanced dunk. Decreased probability of being blocked due to physical contact by 5% when dunking. Level 2, decreased probability of being blocked by 10% when facing a defender with lesser equal strength. And at level 3, you get the exact same thing. So she's going to be dunking on people that are not centers or power forwards who slapped a bunch of power on. So make sure y'all keep that in mind, bro. She will be dunking on people. Next up, we're looking at Smart Dunk. We talked about this with Uncle Kevin, so we're not going to read this again. But you know what this does, man? Just remember what I said about doing it off of a post-up, and you will do just fine with Pinky. So next up, we're looking at post board dunk. This is quite literally the hardest dunk to block inside the entire game. Pinky players love to spam this. There are some people who can get this to proc every time. There are some people who can never get this to proc, even at level 4. So let's read it. Do a reverse dunk from behind the basket, but the base accuracy will decrease. At level 2, increase triggering probability by 5%. Same thing at level 3, totaling up to 10%. And at level 4, you're going to get 15% extra triggering probability for a total of 25%. And you're going to increase the success rate of your dunk by 15%. So this is a really handy ability, and it is extremely hard to block, man. So last ability, we're looking at Tomahawk Dunk, a fancy dunk skill. The defender needs to react earlier to block the dunk. So they have to block this dunk when your arm is cocked back. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. You want to be doing this a little bit further away from the person inside the key. Level 2, increase success rate of dunk by 2%. And at level 3, increase block resistance by 2%. You want to make sure you're maxing this out just in case someone is close enough to you. But Pinky is really good when it comes down to dunking that ball, man. You got to make sure you trust in your bigs, especially these scoring bigs I'm mentioning inside this video, bro, because I tend to get neglected quite often when I'm using them. All right, last and certainly not least, we're looking at Lightning. He is also a scoring big, so let's pull up his stats. Lightning, he is a dunker. That is it. He is similar to Pinky. He can dunk the ball with all of his fancy dunk skills inside of his abilities. So dunk 73 at base. That's a pretty good dunk stat, bro. And it pairs really well with his abilities once again, man. So let's go take a look at him. Double pump dunk. This is the ability that people love to use, especially inside lower elos. Because once you start to climb up that ladder, man, people that understand how to block this, they will not let you get this through. So if you have been spamming this every single game, every single dunk, once you start to climb up the ranks, this will not work anymore. So let's read it. Trick the defender into blocking and dunk with the other hand. Level 2, increase success rate by 2%. 3% at level 3 for a total of 5%. And after hitting, increase the hit rate of the next 2 dunks by 10% and increase success rate of dunk by 5%. So that's a total of 10% extra success rate to your double pump dunk. And then you're going to get 10% extra hit rate on the next 2 dunks that come after. Now, don't ask me what hit rate is, man, because I'm not completely sure. But if there's anyone out there that does know what this means, drop it inside the comments for me, man, and I will be extremely grateful. Next up, we're looking at glide and dunk. We're not even going to talk about this. Do not use this ability on your Lightning, bro. This ability does not... he doesn't need this, bro, because glide and dunk and double pump dunk, they're essentially the same thing. The only difference is you can use a double pump dunk whenever you want. You don't have to wait until it pops up and on the list, depending on what order you got your dunks in. Do not unlock that ability, bro, if you're using Lightning. It is a complete waste of energy gel. So next up, an ability you actually would want to buy and upgrade. We're looking at Meteor Dunk. So a fancy dunk skill can be blocked only when the defender reacts quickly and stands nearer. So they have to be really close to you to block this dunk. At level 2, increase success rate by 2% and triggering distance plus 20. And at level 3, increase block resistance by 2% and triggering distance plus 20. So that's going to be an extra 40 distance that you can dunk from when you have Meteor Dunk ready to go. And you're also going to be getting 2% success rate and 2% block resistance. And that block resistance hardly even matters, but you want to make sure you're maxing this out for that 40 triggering distance. Because you look at abilities like Enhanced Jump, that's only going to be giving you 30, but this Meteor Dunk is giving you 40. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. Max this out. You got a Lightning on your team. You know he has a Meteor Dunk ready. Go ahead and pass him the ball, bro. He will get that dunk on in there. And last ability, we're looking at block avoiding. So this ability right here, I'm not going to read the whole thing down there, man, because it's so simple to explain. This ability right here just makes it so that if your dunk gets blocked, there is a possibility for you to shoot the ball instead of it getting swatted. All right, man, so that should just about cover everything. Just make sure y'all keep in mind, do not neglect these bigs, bro. They can score just as good as any small forward, any point guard, any shooting guard that you can name inside this game, bro. Some of them are even better than half the shooting guards, point guards, and small forwards that are scoring inside this game. Especially someone like Uncle Kevin. Katiusha makes Havoc G look like utter garbage because she is so good at what she does, man. Make sure y'all are passing these people the ball. Do not neglect them. People all the time, man, would much rather risk throwing the ball way across the court when they're not even using a shooting guard than they would for them to pass the ball to a big. That's quite strange to me, man. So if you've seen this video, I do not want to see you neglecting any more bigs, especially these that I put on this list. That's it, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.